Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm gonna drive one of the most iconic and coolest looking cars of all time. It's the Toyota Camry, and this is the key of the car. And this is not the present gen Camry. This car is a 2007 model. As you can see, it has projector setup and headlamp washers. All these might be quite common nowadays, but these are quite cool features back in those days. Typical Toyota grille. And here you can see the tire size happens to be 215/60 R16. These are 16-inch wheels, and the alloy design looks kind of basic. You can see it's quite long a car, man, and this looks awesome. You can see the Camry badging over here, and here we have the typical Toyota logo, and it has this parking camera and rear parking sensors as well. And the tail lamp and turn indicators are halogens. Fuel lid, and these reflectors look kind of aftermarket-ish. Rear tire size is also the same, 215/60 R16. It's a front wheel drive car, but it's got front and rear discs with ABS as well. And you can see this turn indicator, it's aftermarket sort of thing. But man, this car looks so nice. They worked a lot on the design, and this being a premium sedan, it's quite reliable. As we all know, Toyota means reliability. There are no front parking sensors as such, and fog lamp is placed over here. Let's quickly get into the interiors. I can't wait. As you can see on the front door, we have a puddle lamp sort of treatment over here, and this wooden finishing is very nice. As you can see, the switches are conventional. These are for the power windows. This is to lock and unlock the car, and this one is to lock the power windows, rather child lock the power windows. And here you can see the electric adjust for the RVMs, and this particular switch is to on the headlamp washers. And as you can see, it has electric adjust for both the front seats. It can be adjusted in several ways, and this is the gear selector for 5-speed automatic gearbox. Sequential shifters. I'll talk about that while driving this car. And here you can see we have storage space under the center armrest, and another storage space with a 12-volt charging socket in it. And in this storage bin we have twin cup holders, and there's a lot of storage in this car. Here you can see this car has got a dual zone climate control air conditioning, and the instrument cluster looks very nice. That small MID says Camry over there, and it's marked all the way till 240 kilometers per hour, and this is the gear position indicator. And as you can see, the steering looks very similar to the first generation Innova. It has AC controls on the right side, and this is for the cruise control, as you can see. And guys, this IRVM has auto dimming inside it, and this is the sunglass holder. And there's nothing much to talk about the interior, so let's get driving. So guys, presently I'm in the driving seat of the 2007 Camry. As you can see, this car has a decent looking interiors, and let me start it. You know, this car idles at 1500 RPM, and it's a very silent car. It's a petrol automatic, and it revs all the way till 5000 RPM while idling. So we are all set to go into drive mode. Actually, the steering is on the heavier side, but it offers a good feel and feedback. So and this car runs on a 2.4 liter naturally aspirated inline 4. It's 2348 cc if I'm not wrong. As I mentioned earlier, the steering wheel is on the heavier side, and it has the sequential shifting 5-speed automatic gearbox. It offers very smooth shifts as such, but this gearbox needs service. And this 2.4 litre naturally aspirated engine produces 164 bhp at somewhere around 6000 rpm, and the torque output is, hold your breath, it's 224 newton meters. In spite of so much torque, it has slight amount of lag lower down, but once you get into mid-range, it takes off. This car has a very good low end, very good mid-range, and a superb top end as such. As you can see, the throttle response is very nice. It does wheel spin in any gear. As you can see, driving this car, in spite of its length, driving is not so tough apart from this heavy steering wheel, because the clearance is very nice, the visibility is very good, and the windscreen wide enough. As you can see, the throttle response is very nice, and the gear shifts are also very nice. Once you get hard onto the throttle, it gives you an immediate downshift. It's a 5-speed gearbox, sequential shifting one, so because of that sequential shifter, it won't give you a shift from 5th gear to 2nd gear as such. It comes from 5th to 4th, then to 3rd, then to 2nd, in that way. That is the only disadvantage with these sequential shifters. This car has got auto dimming inside the rear view mirror. You can see it has a lot of features for 2007 standards. It's a very good car for those days, but the only issue which I am facing with this car is its power. It gives you so much power, which is more than adequate for city riding, but once you get into highways, it puts a massive smile on your face. The ride quality is also very nice. It has individual suspension, so the ride quality is on the softer side for sure, but it might affect a bit in high-speed stability. So guys, there's a small issue with the illumination of the light. In spite of projectors, there's not much illumination as such, but it's okay, it's acceptable because it's an old car. I'm getting a lot of Innova vibes because of the steering wheel. As you can see, once you get onto the throttle, it takes off. You might have observed a slight amount of lag in the gear shift. That is because of the sequential shifting. As I mentioned already, it comes from 5th to 4th, then to 3rd. That is the reason behind that lag which you observed earlier. Apart from that, there's no issue whatsoever with this car. Wherever you drive it, it puts a massive smile on your face. That is because of that 200 plus Newton meters of torque. And it's a very good car, and the brakes are also very nice. It has ABS, and it has discs for both front and in the rear. But man, it has more than adequate torque, and the power output is very nice, and the power delivery is very linear. If at all this engine is mated to a DCT or a torque converter, it would have been an epic. But back in 2007, DCTs and torque converters are not so famous. Terrain which I'm driving right now is very improper, but the suspension is something else. The ride quality is very nice. That is because of that individual suspension. It's a premium sedan at the end of the day, but this being a Toyota, it's quite reliable. Actually, I just can't believe that it's a 13-year-old car. Driving a 2007 car in 2020, people think it doesn't make any sense, but this car makes perfect sense for car enthusiasts because of so much torque and so much power on offer, and the feel of driving this car. In spite of soft suspension, it's very confidence inspiring at corners, and the steering has lot of feel, lot of feedback. Actually, till now I'm just a fan of its looks, but from now I'm fan of its performance as well. As you can see, throttle response is very nice, and the brakes are also very nice. The feedback from brake pedal rather, is very nice. But the only issue is these lights. There's not much illumination as such, but apart from that, everything is very nice. A big thumbs up for this car. So guys, this is my vlog on the 2007 Toyota Camry, my favorite Camry. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
This car is available for sale at Raviteja Cars Rajahmundry. If you want to buy it, you can find the details in the description below.